Hello, Internet. This is LordMaddog, and I'm coming at you today with another SOULSLIKE project tutorial. And today we're going to talk about achievements. And you're going to be like, well, what is achievements? So let's jump right on in and show you what our achievements are. Every game has their own type. Every game should have its own type of achievements. And here we have, if I hit C, which opens my character equipment menu, and I hit show hide achievements. We'll see over here we have our achievements. So drink from the Holy Grail, put down your enemies, defeat sword wielding skeletons and whatnot, and each one of these things has different stats and how many you've done and how to get more, and actually has rewards. So if I hit claim reward, we will get rewards for some things here. I've done the rewards for the skeletons and the tank, and I think nothing else at the moment. Okay, so I've already got the rewards for that. If you see here, oh, also jumper. We got rewards for jumper, so in my inventory, I've got them here. Yep. And master armor. I already had better than master armor, so that's fine. And I got the 1,000 gold. And another reward that is automatically applied, and you don't have to actually accept. So like right here, it has +1 health reward. We come over here, we see our stats. We see +1 health to our, instead of 80, we have +81. So we have 81 health. So that's rewards. That's how rewards work. And so we're going to talk about adding a completely new reward from the start to the end. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. The first thing we're going to want to do is come over here. And as you see here, I've added, this is our achievement type. So I open this up, it's in our blueprints enums folder, and I've already gone ahead and added 2 new achievement types. So here we're going to have crafting and crafting type. So this is for like armor, consumables, or weapon. So if you can be an alchemist or a weaponsmith or armor smith or even a material crafter. So like I'm not sure what that's called class wise, but anyway, so I've added these 2 things. Now each one of these things in here can have multiple achievements tied to them. So like kill, you can have like he killed like kill 100, and then you can have another achievement kill 1,000, and another achievement kill 1,000,000. And kill class, you already saw I had 2 different versions of this in there. So I had kill skeleton and melee and a skeleton mage. So this is kill. Each one of these is going to be able to have like as many as you want type of achievements attached to each one. So instead of having jump 100 times, you can have also another one jump 200 times. Items built and resource gathered, resource class, it's like that. So we have that. Once we have that, we need to come over here, and I've already added this one here too. This is our score, score stats. So this is also right here in our blueprint locations. So crafting, I've added crafting here. I did not add crafting class here because we're going to go type here. We're going to be getting that a little bit of a different way. So now that we have those 2, we're going to add a new achievement. So you see here, I've got all my achievements added up, and we're going to go through exactly how to add a new achievement. So the first one we're going to do is just going to add crafter. We're going to add we're going to rename it crafter. And you do need to have the name on the row because that is used. Okay, don't have to really care too much about what it's called, whatever, but you do actually have to have a name there. Okay, so achievement type, we're going to add crafting, obviously. Then you can have all the achievement types right in there. Okay, achievement title, so we're going to call it crafter. No big deal. Crafting, get out there and craft something. Craft something. Craft something. I don't think you actually have the E on the craft. All right, so craft something. Required amount, because this is just a tutorial, we're going to add 1. I'm not going to sit here for 15 minutes crafting items until we get enough of them. All right, so we're going to need a reward. What type of reward? We don't necessarily have to have a reward. We can leave all this completely and totally empty, but we're going to want a reward for this one. So what do we want? Well, let's give us some XP. Let's get a reward. Or XP. Let's say 100 XP for crafting something. Yeah, okay. So since we've decided we're going to give a reward of 100 XP, we don't need to mess with anything with items. This is actually giving an item. Obviously, this will give a type the item you want. So you can have right here all of our equipable item, all of our actual items, all child of master items, the amount of it, the rarity of it, and that's pretty straightforward. Then we have XP amount. Well, we said we're going to have an XP amount. Well, we're going to give 100 XP. There we are. That's our reward. And then we have buff type. This we're not doing any of these, but if let's say we wanted to give a buff for like up here, we have wielding skeletons. So where reward was +1 max health. So a permanent buff we have over here. We come in here, we come down to the visual stats, which is visual stats +1 health. There we are. That is the permanent buff for that one. But we're not doing permanent buff this time around. We're gonna just do that. And then we can select whether or not we want this achievement to be hidden or not. This means it'll appear still in it, but everything will be question marks. So I might show that here in a little bit, a question mark style one. Okay, and then we also have class. This is not used here, but if I was like using it to defeat icy skeletons, you see here class, I'm going to be the target is the BB skeleton melee. So that's our type of our class we're aiming for. And in this case, if we were aiming for like a specific type of craft, no, because I don't have an achievement for that. Pacific. The next one we'll do it. We'll cover a little bit more. Okay, so the next one, because we'll cover that. And then the item type, we're going to leave this default armor. Doesn't really matter. This is what we're going to use for the next one. So the item class. Okay, class is basically used for killing NPCs, the target of your NPC class. And item type is for the type of like crafting or resource, or like, oh, here even for gathering, like get some wood. Here, BBP is used in class, get some wood. So that's our target. Okay, now we're not going to need these two for this one, but we will need them for the next one. Let's go ahead and add starting weaponsmith or starting alchemist. I'll just call alchemist instead of artist, because I'm not gonna alchemist. I did not spell that right, but who could give a rip? Okay, so crafting type. That's what we're selecting. Alchemist. And no, I have no idea how to spell alchemist, and I know that's not spelled right. But anyway, craft some healing potions. There we are. Acquired amount, we're just going to do 1. Reward description. Reward. We're going to give, you know what, +1 skill point. 1 crafting skill point. So in that case, we could go ahead and add a crafting skill point through permanent down here. But that's kind of messy because anytime you mess with skill buffs, that can get very messy. So let's, anytime you can get around not messing with skill buffs, don't do it. Everything else is perfectly fine, but just messing with the skill buffs can be a bit messy. So instead of actually messing with the permanent buff, we're actually going to give the player an item. So right here, we're going to give crafting skill item, and we're going to give it a 1. We're going to make it an ordinary value, and we're not going to put any XP value. So there we are. And then we're going to take because crafting type, we don't need to have this. We will make it hidden just to show exactly what a healing does. And we're going to make it consumable. So the crafting item type is consumable. There we go. Now we've got all that set up. Let's go actually implant the logic to use this. Now this is going to be different to any system that you use, but basically if you have a thing you need to call a way to add the stats there. So in our case, we have our crafting items, our crafting menu I've already got open here in the background. I've got it's in our UI crafting menu right here. So you see data, UI, inventory, crafting menu. Okay, so in here we see when an item is crafted right here, the player gets a crafted item and it succeeds. We're going to add a new function here to add this. We're going to add update crafted items. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. We're going to get character player. Is it player? I think we'll get our player info. Oh, do not have information on the player into this thing. Give me a sec on how I'm getting the player if this has a reference to the player. No, as a reference to the inventory. Okay, obviously. All right, so we're going to need to go inventory. We're going to get an inventory. Then we're going to get our player. And then from our player, we're going to get our stat component, because this is where all of our stuff is held. Even for achievements, not set stat component, get the stat component. We do not have actually any saving inside the achievement component, because the achievement component is added to the player at runtime, and if you have stats saved to it, you might have problems with loading it. So we're saving all of our data to our stat component for achievements. Get stat component. There we are. Okay, so we're now going to do one thing. We're going to modify crafting. Modify score. By score stat. We're going to add right here, and we're going to crafting. Here we are. We're modifying our crafting. Now, boom. And we're going to add it +1. So the player crafted 1 item. Now that'll keep track of that. Now we also need to get the type of item that the player has crafted. And in our stat component, if I can remember exactly what it's called, it might take me a few moments to get it here. Actually, you know what? It's best just to go look at our stat component. So where's our stat component? Here is this. Where's stat component? We have resource collected. So I'm going to need to make a new one. Instead of resource collected, we're going to need to make resource crafted. Yeah, I think we better do that. Resource crafted. We're going to duplicate this. Resource crafted. Or just item crafted. And then we'll have to save this once we're done, so that it will keep a set of it. There we go. After item crafted. So we're going to go ahead and come back to our crafting menu. We're going to item crafted. Get item crafted. We're going to get add. And then we're going to add a 1, and we're going to pull this out to get our value. You know what? We're actually probably should just pull our value out of this as well, just in case we need, in case we're actually crafting more than 1 item at a time, because I'm not sure. Sometimes we may be able to do that. Class, yes, class. Here we are. Now event graph. We're going back here. We're going to add our new one here. Okay, so nope, it's always going to be just 1. So we're just going to add a 1. We're going to make sure that this can pass through. Pass by reference, hit 1 right here. We're going to grab you, bring you over to here, bring you up, add you right in there. And then we're going to grab our current crafted item. Right, current item class that's selected, it's being crafted. There we are. So now we are adding this item to our database of crafted items. So in our status effect here, we see we have the crafted item and the score of the crafted item as well. It's going to be up in here, not utility and base stats. I think score is in the base stats, yeah. Okay, yep, eScore. All right, now that we have that all done, we need to go ahead and go to our actual achievement component, which will be the first time we visit the achievement component in this tutorial. So let's go ahead and Control B, show you where it's at. We can see data blueprint component, achievement component. All right, now we need to add a new update achievements type. So we're going to update this one. We're going to, this one we're going to do, so achievement type, see if we can, I'm just easier to always copy from something that's kind of there. So let's go, not class there, resource gathered widget. Here we are, we're going to duplicate this, crafted widget. Crafted widget. Here we are. Now we're gonna so obviously we're getting from our equipped stat component in our achievement, we're getting the item we're gathering. So in this case, we're actually getting the item we're crafting. We're gonna change this to L crafted. F2 crafted, L crafted. So we change that, and we're going to change this crafting, and we're going to also change this one to crafting. All right, so this will now what this will do is it'll go any of our widgets that are their type is marked as crafting, and it will update the amount of items that we have crafted. So we're going to just go ahead and drag this new one right here. Come on. There we go. Now we're going to need to create the getting crafting type. This is going to be a little bit more in depth, but not too much. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate the gathered class type, because we're getting the class. We need to get the information, and we need to get, instead of getting its class, we're going to need to get its type. So that's basically not much different. Crafting type widget. So we're going to come in here. We're going to change this to achievements, widget achievements. Yeah, resource. We're going to change this to crafting type. We're going to change, instead of get the class, like I said, we're going to get the type. We're going to promote this to a local variable. Whoops, move that. Come on. Local variable. We're going to change his name. Item type. L item type. Yay. There we go. And then we're going to need to change this. We're going to need to make a duplicate of, we don't need this either, because we're going to need to change everything a little bit here. Give me a sec. So update resource gathered class. So we're going to make a duplicate that, and we're going to update resource gathered, crafted type. Resource gathered class is the one there. We're going to go here up and crafted type. And instead of getting our resource collected, and we're also going to change this here to crafted. There we are. Resource. We're going to pop you off, and we're going to get crafted. Get items crafted. We'll need to save this in my saving system. So my blueprint saving. So we'll need to get that. Now that's working here, we're going to need to get down here as well. We don't need you. And item selected. And instead of having the class in, we're going to have type in. So we're going to come over here, type in item category. Item categories. We're going to have type in. Type in, and instead of gathered, we're going to have crafted out. All right, so we're going to come, we need to get here, we need to get item defaults. Defaults, just class defaults, not item, class defaults. We need to grab our item type, active type, equipped type. We're gonna break this, our item info, to get the item. I think there might be the item type in here. Slot type, desired equip type, rarity. No, it's not there. Okay, wasn't sure. Oops, didn't need to do that. Category. We're getting our category, and we're going to hide all the other things from this item there. Come on, there we go. Much better. Now, type in. So if our type in is equal to, enum equal to our type in. So we're going to grab our type in here. I could just drag it from the beginning, but I like to have a little bit more easy to read blueprints. So if these are equal, we will then find that number of items inside the item crafted, and then we will take it, we'll add it to our current amount of crafted, and then we will add it to our crafted here. So there we are. This is a blueprint is done. We need to make sure that we get rid of this 0 on the end of that. Now we can go back to the one we were working on before. This is the update crafting type widget. So we're going to drag this in here and pop this out and get rid of this. Get rid of that. Item in. Type in. I'm going to grab our... did I not say that should be different gathered? Oh, okay, so this needs to be changed to L crafted. There we are. Dope. Add this here. Get this. Doop. Doop. We're almost done with this one. And we're going to get anyone's crafting type. We're going to update. These are getting the widgets. We're updating those widgets. We are... yeah. This setup here is wrong. We need to get type. Get type. Type. Item type. Is it item type? I got to remember. Is it item category? I've got to go to the actual widget itself and see what I called it. So this is the C widget. It's item type. There it is. Yep, it's item type. So this is our achievement. Well, yep, item type. So we should be able to get item type. If I'm not, you might be a... No. Let's see here. We're having a little bit of a achievement type. Oh, wait. Having a little bit of a problem here trying to figure out exactly what should go here. Yes. Oh. Yeah, this is actually... I'm having a brain fart. We do need to get it crafted here. You know, right now we're going to bypass that. I'll have to come back and look at that exactly. Sometimes you just get them brain farts like, no, sir, exactly what I got to do. There we are. We got a bug. What's going on here? It didn't like me changing the name of something here. Yeah, what you did? You didn't like it when I changed the name of update crafted type. So you didn't like me changing your name, did you? So let's go ahead and just drag and drop them in here like this. Don't like it when I change your name. Da, 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 da. There we go. There, did that work? There we are. That bug is now fixed. So now with that done, we're going to come back to my event graph, and we're going to add our newly crafted type update. We're going to drag it right here. No. We're going to grab this one. There we are. So hopefully I didn't need the need this here, because I don't think I do. Oh wait, maybe I do. I need to get the item type, and it needs to be that its widget is equal to the current type that I'm being set it out to. Yes, that's right. But for some reason, I'm not being able to get the item type out of this. There it is. I don't know why I wasn't getting it before. Equal. Enum. Item type. Oh, come on. The wrong key there. There we are. This is for item crap type. Yes, type. Branch. And up. There we go. Compile. Now, if we come in here, play, we have to craft something. So let's see here. Let's make sure that those are added perfectly fine. We come down here. Crafter, craft something. So right there, and then we have the other one we don't know exactly what it does because I have it hidden in game. So first off, we're going to go ahead and craft a, let's say, a sword. Do I have enough resources to craft a sword? Stone sword. Yes, craft. Ta-da! It's going to take me a little bit here. See my K stats here. Do I have crafting? Crafting. Let's reset. Yep, there it is. Let's go. This cost. There we go. Now we're going to craft a lot faster. There we are. I crafted. Did I craft it or not craft it? Yes, I crafted. Okay. So that happened while I was working in the background. So we now see we got over here. We should now have, you crafted something. Claim reward. Whee! Oh, the other ones, I also got the reward for that ones because I hadn't saved after I claimed the last time. Okay, now we're going to craft a alchemy item. So craft, oh, nope, I got to go to the alchemy table to craft something for the alchemy table. Here, run over here. Make sure we grab the herbs. Let's craft a health potion. We're going to craft. And I'm not being able to craft. That's a bug on my part that I didn't even know existed, and I don't know why it's existing. I'm not sure. Okay, well, that's a bug I'm going to have to fix. It shouldn't be too hard to fix, but for this demonstration, instead of being a alchemist, we're just going to switch the crafting type. We're going to change the crafting type to a sword. Yeah, let's just go with material. There, so generic crafter. So it's going to be a generic crafting. There we are, just so we make sure that this tutorial can work. Don't know why it's not crafting my health potion. But, you know, sometimes you get little bugs like that after you fix and change everything. It's, who knows. So magic stone, we're just going to craft a magic stone. I didn't save after I edited my stats, but it'll be fine. Craft doing that fast enough. We'll get our magic stone here in a second. Boom, we've got our magic stone. Come out here. We check our stats. Now we should have crafted something, and we crafted that. And then we hit claim reward. We will also now get, there we are, a permanent stat point for our crafter. Right here. Ready? Boom. Now we permanently got a skill point for our crafting skill, which is over here. And so we reset that. Let's get this. There we are. Reset. There we are. So now instead of 2, yep, that's good. And that is how you do achievements. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to figure out why my alchemist table is not working. I don't know, it's something I did. I have no idea what I did wrong here. That should totally work. Oh, there it goes. I don't know why that wasn't working. Maybe because it wasn't actually updated that I had the items in inventory. I might have not realized I didn't actually have the item. I had my items in inventory, but it wasn't actually updating. Okay, so that is everything. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you do, like, shares, and comments are always welcome. If you think I missed something or you want to hit on how to add a specific type of achievement or anything, don't hesitate to ask. LordMaddog signing off.